Okay, halapid tame. So lapid, we don't like that name, especially what's going on in the Eretz Yisrael. But a lapid means a torch. Right? So an earthenware torch, right, is tame. Yeah. Meaning even though meaning we said in the first parak that a kli in order to become mekabel tumah has to be able to hold something, right? But a lapid is tame. Yeah. Um, because I think the pshat is that that's the way you hold it, right? Obey shikoi shalner, and the it literally means the house of the sunken in, meaning the holder. You know, like you have a holder where the lapid will go into, the torch it goes into, metame ba'avir becomes tummy in the avir, right?
You mean the
Um,
avir above the torch?
no, the avir in between.
Oh, inside. I'm not inside the walls of the section there where the fuel goes in.
No, I don't. I understood it like a menorah, right? And you have a little,
It's
right?
kli. It's base cable. So inside in the avir in the base cable, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're saying. Yeah.
Um, right. So he's saying that even though it's very light, not light, very not. So what am I looking for? Shallow. It's very shallow. It's metame in the avir, right? Hamasrik shel tzartzur. So a tzartzur is also some type of jug, and it had a cover like a strainer, a cover that was a strainer, right? So a masrik shel tzartzur, the comb of a tzartzur, Rebbe Eliezer matar. Rebbe Eliezer says tar. The chachamim metamen, and the chachamim say that it is tamei, right? Um, Meaning because you have, and this gets back to what we were discussing yesterday with the tzitzis, the mesh tzitzis with the holes in between, all that, right? Because it's not considered the solid that's in between the holes. And I'm sorry if I can't. The holes in between the solids is not can't hold anything. The Chacham say it's tamei because it's considered part of the inside of the jug. So Mamela, since it's considered part of the inside, even though it itself can't hold anything, it's still fine. All right. So this mission is saying that a lapid is tamei, the meaning the torch part is tamei, and the part that you sink it into is matame ba'aver, and this masrik shel tzurtzur is a machloikis. Okay, that's a siyum on the parak, l'chaim for all those making l'chaims. All right. Okay. Mishnah parak gimel Mishnah Aleph. Shir kli l'chaim. Don't drink and swim, Jesse. Shir kli cheres latar. Right. So we said that when you have an earthenware keli or any keli that breaks, it loses its tumah. Right. So let's say here it didn't get broken, but it has a hole in it. So shir kli cheres latar, a shir of a kli cheres, in order in order for the kli to become tar, shiura bezesim. If it's a kli that's meant for food, the shir is with zaysim. Ha'asli lemashkin, shiura b'mashkin. What's made for mashkin, the shear is with mashkin. Also, lekach, meaning if it's meant for liquids, then the shear is the shear is enough. Meaning, if it's meant to hold solids, so how big a hole does it need to become in order to drop food out of it? So it would be a zayas. If the hole becomes bigger than the size of an olive, then the kli becomes tar. And if it's meant to hold on to liquids, then it has to be enough that liquids, now you would think that liquids could drip out. That's not the case. Liquids have to be able to come in, meaning when you have a hole to allow liquid to leak out, would be much smaller than if you have a hole to allow liquid to go in. Meaning if you would take a hole in the bottom of a pot and put it down on top of a puddle, the hole would need to be wider in order for water to penetrate up into the kli. So when it says here that the shear is for that amount of liquid, it's talking about liquid coming in, not liquid going out. Also, let's say it's so then you go with the chumrah and you go with the olives. All right. Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop over there. Let's do. I have my Musar Sefer with me. So, so we're talking about we're in Shar Tshuva, Shar Gimel, Kuf, Mem Ches. So we're talking about people that are not having, that are being mavazah tamid al-chamim. So it's near the end. It's a long one. Well, it's actually not near the end. I thought it was near the end. No, it's actually more towards the beginning. It says, "V'im hama oretz yabiyan b'fiyam." Now, if Amaratzim are going to say that, no, I think we went back a little. I think we got to go a few lines before that. V'habazim latamid chachamim. Did we? No, I'm sorry. It's back in the other way. V'im hama oretz yabiyan b'fiyam. And now, if Amaratzim are going to say with their mouths, ki heim oivdim es Hashem ibli esek haTorah, that they could serve Hashem without esek haTorah, halay hadavar yedua. It's Yedua ke'ena avodim miskayem es pilti al yedei loimdei haTorah asher yegu ba yom v'layla. Right? We know it's Yedua that your avodas Hashem cannot continue unless you have people learning Yom v'layla. Kihem yoyru deya, because they're the ones that teach knowledge. V'yoydei bina, and they understand things la'itim of the times. L'das ma yasali Yisrael. They know exactly what Klal Yisrael should do. V'hem yamidua b'Yisrael levilti tishokach mipi zarim, and they are aimid for Klal Yisrael that Torah shouldn't be forgotten, not from them, not from their children. U'b'makom shein oiske Torah yirbu hamechshalim v'yosher ba'adam ayin. And if there's no people learning Torah, then the and the yashrus of people are missing. And for that reason, that's why you have to be mechabed chachmei Torah l'chvoid Hashem Yisbarach for the cover of Hashem. Uleidia ki avodah hi levada ha'ikar ha'nimtza b'nivroim. Right, to know that the avodah is the ikar that's found with people that are created. Meaning, he's saying you can't say that you're a good Jew without limud Torah. It doesn't work. Because then you just become an ethicist or whatever it is, and then you make up your own opinions about what to do, and then it ends up being a big michshol. Right? Okay, we'll stop over there with that.